Full moon in Taurus. Are you ready to receive your rewards for your hard work? The law of grace is coming in today. 4 and 1 on this card is 5, which is freedom. You're being freed from some karmic cycle. This full moon in Taurus is at a pivotal point right now, with Pluto only days away, 4 days away when this full moon happens, from shifting signs into Aquarius. Now, the cycle that Pluto's been in has been happening for the last 15 or 16 years, and this is a normal cycle for Pluto. It has a very long cycle. When it goes into Aquarius on the 19th of November, it's going to do a 20-year stint, so we'll be transforming the things to do with Aquarius. But right now, with this full moon, we are releasing with ease and grace the karma and the lessons that Pluto in Capricorn have been teaching us. Capricorn themes are control, power, they are father line, they are time, the restrictive. Capricorn's ruled by Saturn, and Saturn teaches harsh lessons, but he does reward. And this is where we are going to be manifesting our dreams. 22 is the number on this card, and that is the master builder. I'm recording this on the 1111 portal, as I've mentioned. 1111 could add up to 22. So this is where we are building our dreams, and we're getting the rewards from this full moon in Taurus, I feel. But it wants us to, between now and when you're, and between now and the 19th, we still have work to do. Don't be complacent. We've done a lot of work on our family dynamics, on our self-identity, of releasing things to do with relationships. Your life is certainly not the same as it was 16 years ago. There's been some big shifts and changes, but you've learned along the way. And this is where the karmic grace comes in. So we have to open up our self-worth. This is Taurus energy. Taurus is about self-worth and value. It's ruled by Venus. In tarot, it is the King of Pentacles, who sits on his throne. He's achieved, he's mastered the practical world. He knows his worth and value. He's strong, he's courageous. But also this can relate to our health and our abundance and our relationship to lack, our relationship to money, our relationship to food. He's agriculture. Now, Taurians love food, the finer things in life. They love food, and I'm sensing that there's going to be a lot of Taurians laughing at this. I have Saturn in Taurus. So I'm constantly learning lessons, which is Saturn, in the sign of Taurus. So I'm always learning about food, the quality of food, agriculture. So this is where we have a different relationship to food, and I want to go down the food aspect of this full moon and about how we eat and all of the nutritional research that's going on right now, or maybe not. What I'm seeing is things are not as they seem to do with food, to do with money. Taurus rules the second house of money, and I'm getting a little bit confused because there's a lot of information that I want to share with this energy. It goes on so many levels. On an emotional level, it is our relationship to ourselves and our self-worth. So this cycle in Capricorn for the last 15 years has been teaching you about that. With this full moon, we're going to be learning what we have learned, and we're also going to be reaping rewards from this. Now, I've been using the unicorn, magic of the unicorns. Now, these are a little bit, you can call them airy-fairy, but I want to keep this light. It's been too heavy. I think the world is too heavy right now, so I want to keep this reading light. So I'm only going to use my unicorns, and I'm going to use my tarot. So we've got here Cosmic Rainbow. Look for the pot of gold and accept joy. So again, this is that the pot of gold is there, but are you accessing your gifts? There's the pot of gold. It's open. Your gifts may be coming over in so many different ways. Could be coming over in talents, how you create, how you show up in the world, how you share your gifts. On this card, we've got the Egyptian ankh and we have a dragonfly. Both very powerful symbols. So the dragonfly has a dual energy. Now the dragonfly, a bit like the butterfly, it starts off as a water bug, a water nymph, I think it is. And then it just decides to climb up out of the water, and it undergoes a huge transformation, then goes into the air. So it lives in the water, then it transforms into the air as a dragonfly. How amazing is that we can transform one energy into another? And I feel like this is what we've done in the last 15 years. We've transformed and we've raised our vibration more of self-worth and self-value. So we have here the cosmic rainbow. Oh no, I want to go to the ankh, the Egyptian ankh. Now I symbolise this with goddess Isis. It is the womb of Isis. In this loop here, we are safe, we're protected. It's almost like a cocoon. And there's something that you have been, there's some seeds that you've planted a long time ago, possibly to do with manifesting something in your world. If you look on this card, it's home, children, family. That's been a big dynamic in Capricorn, with Pluto and Capricorn, because the opposite sign of Capricorn is Cancer. And that is related to home, children, family. Capricorn can be associated with a father figure. So we've been healing some huge ancestral wounding, but there's been treasure within that. This is the treasure chest here. So all the difficult lessons have been for a reason, and I feel with this full moon in Taurus, we're going to reap some kind of rewards, but we might have to learn the law of grace up until then, which is not long. I'm recording this on the 11th. The full moon happens on the 15th. But remember, we're still ending out that Pluto and Capricorn that's going to bring up things that need to set us free from something. Let's have a look. What else do we have? What else do we have with the unicorn? What else do we have with the unicorn? Be a beacon of light. Look at that. Be an inspiration. Light the way for others. Now, there's some kind of enlightenment here. There's some kind of epiphany. On the 15th, Friday the 15th, when this full moon happens, I'm going to go into the astrology now and talk a little bit about the astrology because it's really relevant. We have the full moon in Taurus. Taurus is ruled by Venus. Venus is about self-worth, self-love, value, the feminine aspect. Now, we're in the final days of Capricorn in Pluto, as I've mentioned. That changes on the 19th. So not long, we're at the pivotal time right now. Then, on the same day, Saturn will move forward. Saturn is the planet with the rings round. Saturn is Father Time. Saturn rules Capricorn. And it's going forward. So there's something that you've been revisiting, overlooking, releasing, that's coming up. But I feel we can expect rewards with this. Now, another thing to do with astrology, on Monday the 11th, Venus changed sign and went into Capricorn. So you can see this Capricorn, Saturnian, Venusian, Taurus theme going on here. All this means is we've got the Capricorn stability. You've learned something about how you feel safe, how you feel stable in your world. Does it come from childhood? You're doing a lot of healing to do with your ancestors, your parents, your caregivers, society. What's changed? What values, beliefs have changed? So then we're looking at the Cancer aspects, which is home, children, family, the mother line. Then we're looking at the Venusian parts of you, love, abundance, your relationship to abundance, your relationship to money, your relationship to love. How do you receive love? How did you receive love? All these questions are coming up that you've been working through for a long time. So these are all things that are not new at this point. So then we have the Saturnian energy, teaching lessons but rewarding you handsomely. And this is where I feel we are going to expect some unexpected shifts. But they're all to do with setting you free. So however they show up, it's where you are becoming a beacon and it's inspiration to light the way for others. And I feel a lot of you have been different. You've had to stand out from the crowd. You've had to change your beliefs, your perspective, because they were all outdated and they didn't resonate with yourself. Now on here, you've got a woman. She's holding up the dove, and it's like setting yourself free from something. But down here, I feel like these are ancestors that have been and gone, and they're rejoicing to say, well done. Thank you for being a beacon of light, not just for the past, but also for the future generations. You're an inspiration, and you light the way for others. Beautiful energy. What else do we have? Let me just pick a few more because I love this deck. Rose Gold Cosmic Pool. Bathe in the cosmic love. Soak up your wisdom. So this is very much the same energy, I feel, to this card. Is very similar colours in here. Very gold, rich, warm. And there's the wisdom of the owl. And this is all the... Yeah, that's interesting. All these different animals coming together, which you wouldn't normally find. There's always a divide. There's always a predator. We're always seeking for food. And I feel like this primal energy here of coming together as a tribe is what we're trying to set into motion. And we're trying to bring in a different connection and union to love. Now, this is going to feed into Pluto moving into Aquarius on the 19th, because Aquarius energy is all about unity, humanitarian, bringing back that unity consciousness, loving thy neighbour, sharing, helping each other out. And we've lost that. We've lost that because we've been in this fear and lack and greed energy for so long. What else do we have? Taurus full moon. What do we have? The cosmic pearl. So this is expand your psychic gifts, open the gate to the angelic realms. Again, we are moving into the age of Aquarius. And this is going to be a totally different energy to what we've had to learn in Capricorn season, which is very top-down approach, which is very hierarchical, authoritarian. You do it my way, less as a consequence. Restrictions. And again, on this key here, it's the Egyptian ankh. So it is that womb. We're opening up something that's been protected for such a long time, where you've planted some seeds, and now it's time. As a collective, we're moving through this gate together. But you've seen it in your relationships. You've seen it in the dynamics within your family, your relationship to your friends, your co-workers. It might not be the same as it was, but it's taught you something to evolve. It set you free. 8 of Swords. So this is a mental energy. As you can see, this woman is bound, and she has swords surrounding the back of her. But there's no swords in front. She can easily wriggle out of that, them binds, take the blindfold off and walk away. But it's her mental energy, which is sword energy, it's air, that's keeping her trapped, keeping her from the unity consciousness, unity, abundant energy. So with this full moon in Taurus, there's some, as I say, it's linked to Uranus. It's got a close aspect to Uranus, which is the planet of sudden shocks and changes and surprises. They don't have to be negative, but it's trying to highlight you, some areas in your world where you've kept bound, where you have been possibly neglecting yourself through food, through your relationship to money. Just trying to think of the Taurus energies where you can restrict yourself. Some old poverty consciousness may be coming up. But also remember what Taurus is. It's self-worth. On an emotional level, it's self-worth and value. Where have you been restricted through old beliefs that you're not good enough? You're not good enough for the happy ever after, for the copious amounts of money in the bank. from the great job that you love to go to every day, from the happy home, happy health. There's some kind of worth and value when we're talking about Taurus energy that we're setting ourselves free from. Now this is, excuse my voice, this is Jupiter in Gemini. Currently Jupiter is in Gemini, but it's retrograde, meaning it's going back over. So it wants, Jupiter in Gemini retrograde wants you to go back over some old restrictions within your mind that it wants to set you free from. What else do we have? Because the universe is ready. There you go. He wants to bring you in this Taurus energy. Abundance, health, wealth. You're not in lack anymore, the universe is saying, but there's some old conscious beliefs that you are stuck in that it wants to set you free from. 10 of Pentacles, 10s are completion. So here we have, again, something to do with money, your physical body, that is ended. It's complete. There's a cycle complete. You've learnt it through the Three of Swords, which is Saturn in Libra. Libra is about relationships that are close to you, that you've had to learn lessons from. This can be ancestral, so this could be playing out in your dynamics now with your children, your grandchildren, your sisters, your brothers, your parents. But it's all to teach you. But again, this is nothing new, guys. We've been going through this for some time, since 2008. And it's all to do with this energy here. The 5 of Pentacles, which is, obviously we've got the 5 and the 10. We've reached something to do with our self-worth and value that's come to a completion. The 5 of Pentacles is feeling left out in the cold, not being good enough. It's a lack energy. I'm not good enough to go into that beautiful warm church. I'll stay out here in the snow. Me and my little boy will struggle. Nobody wants to pay attention to us. We're not worthy. A little bit like a victim mentality. And this has caused us to be the 9 of Wands. This has caused us to be, I will survive. And no matter what life throws at me, I will survive. And I'm not going to ask for support from anyone, because I can do this on my own. Very much a masculine ego energy. And that's what the energy's been for thousands of years. Just get on with it. Stop whinging. There's no compassion in that energy. But here we have the Knight of Wands. And Knights are about actions, where it wants us to move past this energy. And that's what we're transforming. Here's the Death. We're in Scorpio season up until the 21st of November. So whatever we're releasing right now is for good. There's no going back. We're rising like the phoenix from the ashes. But Scorpio digs deep. We have an opportunity, and that's why I love Scorpio season. No matter what you dig into, you are going to dig some real deep wounds that need to be released, that are keeping you stuck and stagnant. That's beautiful. What's at the bottom of the deck? The Queen of Cups. It's coming to teach us about the Queen of Cups. She's holding the Holy Grail. She's mastered. The queens are masters. The kings and queens are masters. She's mastered her emotions. She knows how to give love, but she also knows how to receive love. And this is what you've had to master. Oh, that's what it's trying to get your attention to master, yeah. And we have the Lovers. This is Gemini energy. The Lovers is Gemini. It's number 6 in tarot. 6s are about balance and harmony. We always have a choice. The Lovers is a choice energy. It's the masculine and the feminine. Remember, you are your own unique person. Our past is our past. We can break free at any time. It's all to do with self-love, self-nurture. And this is where I feel, guys, that we've healed. This is my karmic energy. This is the 6 of Cups. This is nostalgia. Looking over the past, looking over your childhood, your siblings, your mother, your father, looking back, but bringing some kind of emotional balance in to where there wasn't. Cups are the emotion of love. Cups are water. Cups are feminine emotions. And this is where the sun has been shining and will shine with this full moon in Taurus. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Do take care and subscribe to my channel if you haven't also done so already. Take good care.